and welcome to another episode of Cinderella Situations, in which I tell a fun or crazy story about an experience I had whilst playing Cinderella over the last 10 years out in the Middle East. Today's story is actually a hilarious one, and just a classic tale of people just doing what they want to do without asking for permission. So back in 2014, I was playing Cinderella live on stage in a pantomime out in Cairo, Egypt, and it was so much fun. The best time. Now, at the end of every show, we would do a meet and greet with the audience in our huge foyer, like off to the side. So we would never see a certain part of the foyer, but we would do the meet and greet with everybody in the audience, and it was really special. Now, before our first show, our client who had booked us to do the show told us that there were going to be some cameras in the audience to record the show, both for archival purposes and for social media and stuff like that. We were like, cool, yeah, no worries. And there were about 6 cameras in the audience during our opening show, which was very intimidating, but really cool because it meant we got to watch the show afterwards. Now, of course, we start to see footage of our show on social media and stuff, so we're like, cool, brilliant, that's good footage. However, over the next couple of days during our meet and greets after the show, I'm starting to notice a lot of people holding these like CDs that have my face on it. And I'm like, what are these? Now, during our meet and greets, we would have a professional photographer take photos, so I just assume that these are the photos being put on a disc for people to take home, because, you know, this was back in 2014, that's what people did. But I'm noticing that people that are in line for the meet and greet already have these discs, so I'm like, what are these discs? Why are they holding these? Over the next few days of our show, I'm seeing more and more of these discs, and I'm like, this is driving me insane. What are these discs? And what's funny is that when we would arrive at our venue, we would always go through a side door. We would never go through the foyer where there's like stands to sell popcorn and drinks and stuff. So we're about halfway through our run at this point, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to find out what these discs are. So I decide to go to the part of the foyer that we never go to, just to go and see what's there. Lo and behold, around the corner, I see a stand that says Cinderella Film. On this Cinderella film stand is a big TV playing footage of our show, and there are so many DVDs with my face on it, copies of our show that they're selling to the audience. Instantly, I run backstage and tell our director and our producer about this, and they're like, what? We didn't give permission for them to do that. That's not allowed. So they go and they shut it down. They get rid of all of those DVDs. But of course, they've already sold a bunch of copies to random people in Egypt who came to see our show. And to this day, I still think about people in Egypt who could possibly have a DVD of me as Cinderella just in their house. How weird's that?